Hello, everybody. Well, back again, time to do another review. This week, we get the first horror film that I've seen in 2016. It's not the first horror film of 2016, it's just the first one that I've seen. And it is the directorial debut from Robert Eggers. It is The Witch. Now, I've heard a lot of praise about this movie, okay? I've heard a lot of great things about it. The critics are going nuts for it, okay? It's rocking like an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, like a 7 point something out of 10 on IMDb. It's gotten pretty good scores, so were my expectations maybe a little high? Yeah, maybe a little bit, because I've heard really, really good things about it. I've heard it's scary. I've heard it's well directed. I mean, Robert Eggers won Best Director at Sundance for this, and apparently people liked it so much that he's getting a wide theater release now. So people like me and you are going to be able to go see this movie. So, you know how I am with horror movies. Modern day horror movies that are, just cheap, cash grabbing, stupid, jump scare left and right type bullshit movies. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. So, how about this one? Guess what, guys? I loved this movie. I loved The Witch. Oh my god. I loved this movie. It was so good. Now look, I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. This movie's not for everybody. It's really not for everybody, okay? Because this isn't your mainstream average horror film that you see every day, for God's sakes. This isn't Sinister. It's not Insidious. It's not The Conjuring. Well, The Conjuring wasn't a bad movie, but it's not a high-budget Hollywood horror film. It's not full of jump scares. It's not full of stupid, terrible acting. It's not full of the normal Hollywood horror tropes that you see now and again. So, to an average moviegoer, like a young teen that goes to horror movies like Paranormal Activity and gets a quick, cheap scare and likes those movies, you're probably going to hate this movie. I'm just telling you right now, you're probably going to hate this movie because it's a very well crafted, very artistic style to a horror film. Basically, if you saw It Follows last year, or if you saw The Babadook from 2014, it's a very similar style to those movies, where it's more focused on performances rather than just jump scares and stupid monsters and shit like that. And let me get this straight too. It's called The Witch, so, I'm sure you think it's about witches, right? It's about a witch, right? Right? Yes, but no. I mean, it is, don't get me wrong. The witch is here, and that's the main reason why the family is going through what they're going through, but it's more focused on the family and family values being torn apart by something else, the witch. Anyway, let me get into this movie, because I loved it. I thought it was great. Let me tell you why. The acting is top notch. It's fantastic acting all around. And these are relatively no-name actors. I mean, I haven't ever heard of these actors. If I have, I don't remember any movies they're ever in, or any TV shows or anything like that. I don't know who these actors are, but they killed it. They were phenomenal. The script, the dialogue in this movie was fantastic, because this movie takes place in the 1600s. And they use the 1600 language, they use words like hither and thee and thy. And it was phenomenal. It was really great. It was really, really, really well written. And that's another credit for this movie. It's, like I said, it takes place in the 1600s. You feel like you're in the 1600s. They did a great job of capturing that time period, man. It really feels like a period piece. It's really, really well done. The directing, I can see why Robert Eggers won Best Director at Sundance. Phenomenal directing across the board. My goodness. The cinematography, too. The camera work is magnificent in this film. So, the big question, is it scary? Is it a scary film? Is it terrifying? Like all the critics, well, not all the critics, but like some people are saying it is. Did I find it scary? Yes, in some regards, no in others. I mean, this movie's not going to give me nightmares, I'm not going to have trouble sleeping tonight by any means, but I will say this. There's 3 scenes in this movie that definitely had me, pretty far back in my theater seat, I mean, look, there's a possession scene in this movie that scared the living shit out of me. I don't care. It was so terrifying, man. Look, I don't care who you are. If you see this movie and you see that scene, that possession scene, you can't tell me it's not scary, because it's scary as fuck. It's scary, man. And, there's, like I said, there's 2 other scenes that definitely kind of, had me on edge and like, holy shit. Like, I was watching, I was like, oh, Oh, so in some regards, it's scary, but it's not necessarily gonna last. You know what I mean? Like I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna have nightmares tonight or anything like that. So it's not really gonna last. It's not burned into my brain or anything like that. But there is some great scenes. That possession scene alone is phenomenal. It's terrifying. As a whole, though, the movie does kind of give you a letdown a little bit on the scares because it's not. You get it. It's not lasting. So, anyway, overall, though, I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. The acting is great. The writing is great. The directing's phenomenal. The cinematography is great. There is some scares to have in here. There's definitely a terrifying scene, okay? Okay, that scene alone that I just said, the possession scene, is terrifying. I don't care who you are, it's terrifying. So, overall, I loved The Witch. I thought it was great. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. I can definitely recommend it, but like I said, if you're just an average horror fan, if you like Paranormal Activity and those type of horror movies, you're not going to like this movie, okay? You're just not. But if you're somebody that appreciates a well-crafted film, a well-directed film, if you appreciate a little bit more of the classic horror style, you're going to love this movie, okay? At least I hope you do. Because, the buddy I went with tonight didn't love it as much as I did. He liked it, but he didn't love it as much as I did. So, like I said, this movie's not for everybody. But for me, for my opinion, I loved it. And I can definitely, I can't talk. I can definitely recommend it to you. 4.5 out of 5. All right. Thanks for watching. The next review, I don't know. I don't even know what comes out next week. What comes out next week? I have no idea. But until then, triple nine. Triple nine? That's what comes out next week. Triple nine. Until then, The Witch, I can recommend it. Check it out. There you go. All right. 4.5 out of 5 for The Witch. All right. Thanks for watching. See you next time.